What's up, guys? This is Bumpkins. Today is Wednesday, February 17th. Wednesday means new comic book day. New comic book day means new comic book haul video. As always, I went down to Infinity Flux here in Chattanooga, Tennessee, and got another nice stack of books. But real quick, before I get into those, I also got another nice stack of books in the mail from my buddy Silver Age on Instagram today. So I'm going to run through those real quick and then jump into my my new comic book day pickups. So from Silver Age on Instagram, again, if you guys don't know, he runs a claim sale most every weekend, and I usually find some really good stuff in there. So if you guys are looking for some good books to pick up for good prices and are really easy to get too, check out Silver Age on Instagram. Like I said, claim sales almost every weekend, and there's a lot of good stuff. So in this particular stack, I picked up Peter Parker, The Spectacular Spider-Man number 70. I got this one because I have a really, really good run of this title. I'm getting close to having all of them, but not yet, and this is one I didn't have. This one was kind of a random pick, Action Comics number 544. I don't really know why. I just like this era of Superman, so I picked this one up. And then I got some Batman that are within a range that I have. I'm trying to build a small run of Batman in this certain range. So I got Batman number 442. This is Lonely Place of Dying Part 5. I have a few other of these, but not all of them, so this is going to help fill that out. And then he had all 4 parts of Batman Year 3, which takes place from Batman 436, 437, 438, and 439. So like I said, I've got several in this number range, in the 440s and the 430s, and some in the 450s that I had from back in the 90s. I don't have a lot of Batman comics from back then, but I do have some. So I guess I'm going to try to fill out that range and then maybe expand on that from there. And then moving on to my stack of new comics for New Comic Book Day, again from Infinity Flux in Chattanooga. Seriously, you guys need to check that place out if you're anywhere close to Chattanooga, because they have the nicest people and have the coolest stuff. The first one was a total impulse buy just because of the cover. It's Amazing Spider-Man number 49, which I know isn't new, but I just saw this on the shelf, like on the top rack, just kind of, sort of, you know, they had a few left, they just put it on the top rack, and I just saw it, and I was like, I have to have that. J. Scott Campbell with that awesome cover. That's pretty much the only reason I got it, was for the cover, because I started collecting this run with issue 50, started collecting singles starting with issue 50, and I'm getting the trades to catch up to that point, but I had to get this one. Got Black Widow number 5. I haven't read past the first issue, I think, but I really liked it. I like the premise of this miniseries. I'm not sure if this is the last one, but yeah, I am into this miniseries and got to keep going. From my, this actually was I got these a little bit out of order. This is from the dollar bin, Bullseye number 1, for no other reason than I found in the dollar bins a couple weeks ago, Kingpin number 1 and Elektra number 1 from this same sort of era, running with the devil. So I thought it would be cool to have this one to go with those as well. This kind of lines up with Charles Soule's run on Daredevil, which I just read recently, and it's really good, so I wanted to have some more stuff to go with that. Champions Outlaw number 4. I haven't read the first 3 yet, but I do have them. I just like the premise. I like the idea of this, and I gotta get started. I'm sure I'll enjoy it once I do. The Immortal Hulk Flatline. This is a one-shot. I haven't read any Immortal Hulk, and I don't know if I can read this without having read that first. But I like the cover, and the fact that it was a one-shot, and the fact that I will catch up on Immortal Hulk at some point made me want to go ahead and get this. Iron Fist Heart of the Dragon number 2. I picked up number 1. Big shocker, haven't read it yet, but I do want to keep going with that. And because I now realize that I like the Marvel Masterworks style variant covers, I had to get the variant cover for this as well. So now I've got 4 of them, and I think these are the only 4 that are out so far. So I had to get that. One thing that I'm super excited about, Iron Man number 6. I really like this series. There's the first 5 right here. I have read those. I do like them, and I'm excited to get this one. Plus, I don't see how the Alex Ross covers are the A covers, right? You know, I like to normally get variants just to make my collection look a little bit different from everybody else's, but you can't not get an Alex Ross cover, and these are the A covers. I can't believe that. So I'm excited to read that one as well. Moving on. Oh, this is the requisite King in Black part of the video. King in Black number 4. I think this is the A cover. I thought it was the coolest. Actually, I did want to get the Spider-Man connecting cover, and I forgot to look for it, but I don't remember seeing it because it seems like I would have grabbed it if it was there. I don't know. I'll have to look next time. But King in Black number 4. Still haven't read any King in Black, but I will at some point, and I've got them all up to now, including one that I didn't need, but the cover is too cool. It's the second printing of Gwenom vs. Carnage number 1. I got this purely for the cover, which is awesome. This is the second printing cover, and this isn't like a ratio or an incentive or anything like that. This is just like the regular second print cover, so go get that if you think that's cool. Miles Morales Spider-Man number 23, just because it was a King in Black tie-in, although I do need to catch up on this series as well. But King in Black means I have to buy it. King in Black Planet of the Symbiotes number 2 with a cool Godzilla-looking kaiju thing. My son really liked that, so I had to get that one as well. Savage Avengers number 18, the B cover, I think, King in Black tie-in, which means I had to buy it. Although I do have the first 2 trades of this, and I'm going to get the third one when it comes out, and then probably start getting this in singles because Conan with the Avengers. How cool is that? And then one of my most anticipated for the week is X-Men Legends number 1 with that sweet Brett Booth art. I cannot believe how good that looks. I cannot wait to read this. Revisiting the 90s X-Men goodness. That was my era of X-Men. So I cannot wait to revisit that in this. And because there was one, I had to get the action figure variant as well. So X-Men Legends number 1, Cyclops action figure variant. I actually had I think I still have the action figure that looks like this, so that was cool. So that's it for Marvel. I did pick up, moving on to DC, I picked up Batman Catwoman number 3, the Jim Lee cover. And then I got the requisite Future State books. These are all the variants, the B covers, the Catwoman number 2. The next Batman number 4. So Future State's starting to wrap up. I think Catwoman was only 2. Next Batman was only 4 issues, so this should be the end of that. I'm not sad to see Future State end. I'm way behind on them for one thing, but you know, I'm 50-50 on the Future State titles. About half of them have really grabbed me, half of them I could take or leave. But I am interested in when DC proper comes back and all the Infinite Frontier stuff. I understand that some of those titles are going to start telling stories about how we get to the place we're in Future State, which I find really, really interesting. So just the thought of that alone makes Future State more interesting to me. So I'm definitely on board with reading them all. But I am excited to get back to the regular DC books. Future State Immortal Wonder Woman number 2. I like that cover. Future State Nightwing number 2. I really like the first one, so I can't wait to read this one. I think this is the end of this one as well. Pretty sure this is the end of Future State Shazam with number 2. Most of these are 2-issue things. Future State Superman Worlds of War number 2. The first one was fine, but nothing really happened. I want to see Superman actually be a gladiator, so hopefully that'll happen. Oh, that was it for the DC books. All right, so one of my most anticipated, if not my most anticipated book for the week is Ha Ha number 2. The first one, guys, was so good, so interesting. Just I don't really even know what category you would put the first one in. But if this one is anywhere near as good as that one, then this is probably going to be my book of the week right here. So really excited to read that. Also excited to pick up Ice Cream Man number 21 and Ice Cream Man number 22. Now these are not new. These are, I think this one is the 22 is the newest one out. But I actually bought the first 5 volumes digitally. So that gives me issues 1 through 20. And then with 21 and 22, and I already pre-ordered 23, so I haven't read them all, but I can now start, throwing this on my pull list or just pre-ordering it every time, and start reading them in singles. So that's pretty cool. Kaiju Score number 3. This isn't new either, but I missed out on it last time, and Infinity Flux was super awesome. They were able to order me a copy. So thank you guys. I appreciate it, and I can't wait to read this because this is a fun series as well. The first 2 issues are really fun, and I'm looking forward to continuing that. Got a new book, just thought I'd try it out, from Valiant, which I haven't read a whole lot of Valiant, period, but I haven't read Valiant in a while. Savage number 1. Teenage Heartthrob Tarzan, I guess, is how you could describe that. Maybe, I don't know. But I thought I'd try it out. I don't know if I'll stick with it, but I'd like to give it a shot. And then something I thought was pretty cool. So my buddy Canadian Comic Corner on Instagram posted a while back some of his favorite indies from 2020, and a lot of those looked really good. And one of those was a title called 7 Secrets. From Boom. Now, I'm late to the game on this. There's not too many out. I think maybe there's like 7 issues out. But I'm a little late to the game. I had never heard of that. I read the first issue digitally, and I really liked it. So I wanted to keep going. And they just released like the 5th printing of number 1 and the 4th printing of number 2, something like that. But Infinity Flux luckily had all of those, 1 through 5. So I got issues 1 through 5. I think it's the 5th printing of number 1, the 4th printing of 2 through 5, or something like that. I'm not exactly sure, or maybe it's the 2nd. I don't know. It's 5th printing, 4th printing, 3rd, and I don't remember. But the reason I'm telling you all this now, before I show them to you, is because the covers are really cool for whichever printings these are. These aren't the first printings, but I almost think these are cooler because look. So here's number 1. With just that guy on it. I don't know the character names yet. But then you've got, in a different color, the same dude, but a couple more characters, right? And then with number 3, it's a different color with the same characters, plus more characters. And then with number 4, different color, same characters with more characters. And then number 5 is the same color, or different color, with the same character, plus more characters up here. So these 5 together like make a really cool, like, that's awesome. Like I think you get the idea. So yeah, I was super excited to see that they had the first 5. There is another printing of the 6th issue, which is in the same vein, different color, but even more characters than this, and they didn't have that one. So I'm gonna try to track that down. But yeah, so 7 Secrets 1 through 5. I can't wait to read this. So yeah, that's super cool. And then finishing strong is Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles: The Last Ronin number 2, the A cover. The first issue of this was really cool, really interesting story. This issue, I think, serves to tell us how we got to that point in the first issue. So that's going to be really interesting because there's a big time jump in the first one. I mean, that's just how it starts, right? That's the setting. And we're going to learn a bit more about how we got there in this, I think. So yeah, I was super happy to get this. So guys, that is it. That's enough, I think. So guys, I appreciate you watching. If you like this video or any of the other videos on my channel, maybe hit the subscribe button. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. If you didn't like this video, give it a sarcastic thumbs up. If nothing else, leave me a comment below. Let me know what comics you picked up today. King in Black, Future State, Indies, back issues, stuff from the mail, whatever. Just let me know what you got. I love comic books. I could talk about them with a room full of people or just to a camera. So guys, I appreciate you watching, and I will see you in the next one. Bye-bye.